gets closer. A quorum is present. We will move on to the consent agenda. All matters listed within the consent agenda have been distributed to each member for study. These items are considered to be routine and will be enacted upon by one motion with no separate discussion. If separate discussion is desired on an item, it may be removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda. Are there any items the members of the commission would like to remove from the consent agenda?
No.
No.
Seeing none, I will take a motion.
I'll motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right. Motion made by Plon, second by Edwards to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Yeah. All right. We are moving on to old business. Item number 1. Okay, I'm sorry. What do I read? Read item discussion. Just the thing from the page. Consider a recommendation to the City Council for the purchase of an in-house large format multi-function plotter/scanner.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your time this evening. As you guys probably remember, last month
Your mic's not on.
Oh, it's not. Sorry. Is that on? 1, 2.
I can hear you, but it's not coming over
The green light's on. I'll just wing it, as long as you can hear me.
we can hear you. It's just
If
not
I need
coming
to
over.
speak louder, let me know. But anyway, as I was saying, last month we talked about the scanner printer. You guys asked us to go back and see what we could find for maybe some used equipment to try to save us some money. We went back, did a little research. One big thing or one hurdle we ran into about the couple companies that do handle used machinery or used equipment in that format, it's not color, and most of it does not print. It's just the scanner device, so that threw that one out. And then we did find Drexel Technologies did have a used machine, but their used price is still above the price of a new machine from GFI Copier Solutions.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't hurt to look around and check and see if sometimes you're not able to find something cheaper, sometimes you're able to.
Nope, that is correct.
Do we have any other questions?
Not for me.
Then I'll take a motion.
I'll motion to go ahead and get the printer that they want to get. I'm okay with that. I'll motion that.
Okay.
I'll second that.
All right. So we have a motion by Plon and a second by Edwards. Am I supposed to read the? To approve the recommendation as written by staff. Does that work? Yeah?
Yeah, I just like to give a definition for a second to approve it and then just read the rest of the, how much you're.
The agenda item on, right? That's the
Like on
verbiage.
This is all
Right here.
suggested motion.
I just didn't flip my page. Okay, sorry. All right, so we have a motion and a second to approve a recommendation to the City Council for the purchase of a new HP Design Jet XT950 MFP from GFI Copier Solutions in the amount of $7,037.87. All those in favor say aye.
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 And opposed. Motion carries. Yes. All right, moving on to old business item number 2. To consider authorizing the city administrator to sign the KMEA rec directive to sell the city of Gardner's WAPA and Marshall Wind recs and allow KMEA to manage the rec moving forward.
We were here, was it last month? The month,
Yeah, April 7th.
in the last meeting, and we have you authorize us to sell the RECs and complete the form, but when we were here the last time, we only asked for the WAPA hydros RECs. And after we got investigating this a little deeper, KMEA wanted us to check both the Marshall Wind RECs and the hydro RECs on one form. So we didn't ask you at that time for the Marshall Wind REC, so that's what we're back here asking you for, so we can complete the form and get it sent to KMEA. If that makes sense.
So last time, if I remember, it was water power overages or something?
It's the renewable energy credits off the hydro.
Okay, yes.
That was the WAPA RECs.
And now
these-
they're asking for wind.
These are the renewable energy credits off of the Marshall Wind. We
Do
are
we have any wind turbines in the city?
not in the city. This is Marshall Wind, which is up north. We own about 2 megawatts of wind turbine capacity.
I didn't even know that.
We are currently selling those through KMEA, but with KMEA's request, they just want an updated form with both entities on one form.
Okay. So nothing changed, we're just adding the wind.
We're just adding the Marshall Wind.
Which I didn't even know that.
On that page, it has like Buckeye Wind and,
Yeah, we do not own any Buckeye Wind. We just own Marshall Wind and WAPA Hydro. Those are the only.
okay.
I don't have, I mean,
And so you said we're already selling the Marshall Wind recs?
Yes, KMA, excuse me. KMA is currently managing those Marshall Wind RECs, and we are currently selling those. But as I'm going to say formality, since the WAPA Hydro RECs have come up for sale, and it was my mistake, they want us to check both check boxes on this form.
Okay. Any other questions for? No? All right, I will take a motion.
I'll motion to accept it, or to check that box.
I'll second.
All right, motion made by Edward, second by Plon to approve a recommendation to the city council for, nope. Let me go to the right page. Approve a recommendation to the city council to authorize the city administrator to sign the consolidated KMEA rec management form to include Marshall Wind recs alongside the previously authorized WAPA recs. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, so moving on to new business. So we are here to consider a recommendation to the city council to award a service contract to, do you know how to say that?
Asplin.
Aspala?
Asplin.
Asplid. Like that? Tree Expert LLC for the 2026 through 2030 electric line clearance tree trimming program.
Yeah, this is our tree clearing program the city's been involved in for several years. We generally put this out for bid to any entity that's interested in meet the qualifications. We've budgeted $65,000 a year for this, and the way we work the contract is they give us a daily price, and then we spend up to whatever we've got budgeted in the contract, or excuse me, what we have budgeted in our budget per year for the next 5 years. For the tree trimming of the overhead lines and cleaning up the brush, and we don't get the trees trimmed, the squirrels cause us problems.
Yeah, I would imagine this is just like down Madison and stuff, like keeping the trees trimmed so that in a storm, limbs don't fall and break the power lines and stuff like that, right?
Correct.
Have we used them before?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
And this covers trees that are on private property?
Correct. Any tree that's near a power line that we need to trim up to increase the reliability of the overhead distribution system.
Now, how are those identified? Do people call and say, I've got trees in my power line, and you send them out there? Or?
We'll get a few calls, and Bruce or somebody from his staff will go out, take a look at it. But generally, we've got a good idea, because you guys have been doing this for several years. We know what areas is our next area to go trim. We've got maps, and they've got it all laid out, pretty good layout of it. So most of this will focus on a direct area that we weren't in last year.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They just kind of have a rotation that they go through and over the years and stuff. And it's like, okay, trees grow at a certain rate. Most trees grow at a certain rate. So yeah, I can see that. It's like they just kind of rotate through the city.
If you trim them up once and trim them up right, then hopefully you don't have to come back for a couple of years.
And then, so it looks like we, just depending on the job that particular day, whether it's a 2-person or a 3-person, is that how this is?
We'll bring them in, and that's their hourly price. If if we get a 3-person manual with a chipper, and then generally where there's a 2-person bucket. So we're usually got a 5-man crew out there doing the work.
Okay, I gotcha. And then, do we usually max out the 65 every year?
We get pretty close. I don't want to say we max it out, but we get up to our limit, and then we shut down, and
So what happens after that? Like,
we're done for the year.
hope and a prayer that we don't need their services for the rest of the year?
Well, hope for what we've got budgeted and the way we've got this laid out, this should get us what we need to get done this year, unless something extreme would happen. But this should get us done, and then next year we got another area of town we'll move to.
Oh, actually, a lot of the city anymore is underground power lines.
Yeah.
There's just like Madison. I know Madison going from Moonlight to Center. There's Main Street around the train tracks. Most of our stuff anymore, new stuff, is underground, but there are a few areas that it's not a ton.
I just was wondering and worried, like if we max it out and then we still need more, like what happens?
Well, there's always more we'd like to get done. You know how that goes. But
Yeah.
this works out pretty good with what we got budgeted, and it's not like we're done this year. We'll be back next year, and we'll get another chunk of it.
Yeah, I don't have.
And I know, this is previously budgeted, so it has to go through the council for approval of the budget they do a 2-year thing.
Yeah, we're currently working on the 2027 budget right now. The 2026 budget's been approved, so this amount what we have has been approved.
And it'll
Okay.
go, and we're approving basically through 2030.
Correct.
Didn't know if for the future you were considering increasing the 65 a year,
I think in after 27 that amount will come up just a little bit, just cost of living.
Okay.
So
I
this
don't get a
math.
pay
Oh,
raise for cost of living.
What's that?
I don't get a pay raise for cost of living.
So this map, is that everything that's gonna be, it says through 2030.
This is the 2026 through 2030 tree trimming areas.
Okay.
This is what we hope to get done in the next, yeah.
Okay.
And if you, as Gardner's done a very good job, once you get it trimmed and you keep trimming it, it doesn't take quite as much as if you haven't been doing it.
Yeah. And I mean, like I live near, Madison and stuff, and it's like, they keep it trimmed up pretty good. So like if there was a major storm and unless an entire tree falls over, it's gonna be fine. But if an entire tree falls over, you've got more problems than just something like that. That's
Well,
a
that
major storm.
that was where my next question was going to go. Right, we have a big storm that causes more tree damage and things than normal. Is there a contingency to handle that?
If there's a storm, we'll clean the tree, we'll trim the tree or clear the tree so we can get the services restored.
The city will.
But the mess to clean it up goes back to the homeowner because it's under a storm
Okay.
situation.
And so we'll follow up on that. Not storm related, right? But there's a good sized tree hanging over a power line that we can see is on its way out, right? And it's dying. Obviously, with a dead tree, that's more concerning because everything's more susceptible to breakage. Do we do anything with the homeowner at that point to try to mitigate and take the tree down, or is it still just we're going to trim the branches that we need and that's it?
If it's a tree that's going to impact, the power line or something, storm come through and there's a big limb hanging over we will most likely take care of that ourselves. But all we're going to do is get it clear of the line and let it lay on the ground. Then the homeowner is going to be responsible for the cleanup mess.
Okay.
This work here is the actual just trimming of the trees, cleaning up the mess for our benefit.
Yeah, maintenance and
Okay.
to prevent stuff like that from happening.
All right. Any other questions?
No, I'm good.
I'll take a motion.
I'll motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
All right, motion by Plon, second by Edwards to go to the right page. Approve a recommendation to the city council to award a 5-year service contract to, one more time for me,
Aspelin.
Aspelid?
Aspelin.
Aspelad.
You're close enough.
I'm sorry.
Close.
If you're listening, I apologize. Tree Expert LLC in the amount not to exceed $65,000 per year for 5 years for the 2026 through 2030 electric line clearance tree trimming program. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Forgetting my lines. All right, moving on to project updates.
As you guys know, we've got a lot of things going on. We've got a lot of things coming down the pike. New building, we're getting close. We're not quite there. It seems like the small detail stuff takes the most time. I can build 20 miles of new fence and can't paint no mile of old fence. So that's kind of where we're at. But it's coming together. Hopefully, we'll be in there by the end of the month. Wastewater treatment plant phase 2, everything's on schedule, phase 1, everything's on schedule. No hiccups, no huge problems, everything's coming together. We're working on information for phase 2 so we can bring that to you and start putting phase 2 of the wastewater treatment plant project together. And hopefully we'll have that all lined up. We're anticipating phase 1 to be done in October, and we'd like to have the contractor, as soon as he gets done, just roll right in and start phase 2.
Is that what's going on over by New Century Park? The cranes and stuff that I've seen?
Clear up north by the water tower.
Yes.
Yep.
That's it's like, yeah, we were out there and it's like all the cranes and stuff and it's like,
Water plant. Oops, sorry, wrong line. Water plant, transmission line project, engineering's putting that together. We should have some rough cost estimates so we can determine how we're gonna proceed with that project. That's the transmission line from the water plant into town. We're gonna get those numbers put together and see where we're at. And we still need to do a little bit of footwork on deciding how big a new transmission line that project's gonna be. Hillsdale intake project is coming together. Hopefully, engineering will get this 60% design completed and we can be going out for bids on that to see what kind of costs we're gonna incur there. We have sent the letters out to the Evergy customers that are in the city limits on 167th Street, and we have invited them to your next meeting to voice their concerns or have any questions answered that they may have with that coming up. The camera truck's been ordered. It should be here hopefully by the 1st of August. Unit 1 generation rebuild project, we're working on some details with the contract, but the contractor's been aware that he's been awarded the project and we need to get the contract to him to get it signed. Hopefully we'll have that done next week. We've started the water line replacement project over here across the street in the alley. That's coming together. It's just kind of gotten started, but so far everything's looking good there. Sub 4, new sub 4. We're waiting for some steel to be delivered and the contractor's ready to get started. Hopefully maybe by the 1st of June they'll be out there starting some work. We did get a delay on the sub 4 transformer. It's not supposed to be delivered till late summer, early fall, but that shouldn't hold us up. There's plenty of work to do out there before that shows up. We also got a delay on sub 1 T2 transformer replacement. We don't anticipate that transformer to show up till 2027, and probably early summer, late spring timeframe, which is fine. We've got plenty of other things to do. It's not going to hold anything up or delay us. It's just things have gotten delayed. Bruce's crews are working on new development. That seems to be our driving force for the electric department. We've got a lot of new homes, fourplexes and stuff going in and trying to get electrical services run to those. Teddy and his guys are putting in a lot of water services, getting those lined up on this new development. I will be going to visit with Grand River Dam Authority to discuss the additional 7 megawatts Monday. So hopefully we'll get that lined up and get that back to you for approval. Other than that, we got some things coming down the pike. We've got out at the water plant, we've got a roof that looks like we're going to have to replace, and we've got a chemical tank inside the building that we're going to have to take the roof off to get changed out. Lisa's looked at a couple things. She thinks she might have another alternative, but we don't know that for a fact yet. She's looking at some of the stuff, but we definitely have a chemical tank that we need to change out, and we definitely have a roof that needs to be replaced. So which order those come in, we don't know yet, but.
Are the roof that needs to be replaced and the one that have to come off separate roofs?
Run that by me again.
You said that there's one roof that needs to be replaced and one roof that might need to come off to replace the tank. Are they different roofs?
No, they're the same roof.
Oh, well, that's good.
Sorry. You're fine. The timing of this might be pretty good.
Yeah, we take it off, we replace the tank, we do the roof at the same time, boom, done.
Right. We've got a detention basin out there that's in pretty bad shape. We're working on an engineering report to give us a cost estimate to do the repairs on that. We've got our new specs for the electric SCADA system out. They've been bid, and Evan is reviewing those right now and working on a recommendation to bring back to you, which will probably be next month. We'll have that to get that started. Other than that, I think it's quiet on the Western Front.
It's a lot.
It's like a lot to me.
Question, what is going on at the fairgrounds? There's a lot of look like electrical poles and.
That's a contractor in here probably doing some work for Evergy, the best I could tell you. I don't know that for a fact, but that would be my best guess.
Okay. Any update on, I thought we talked about it last month. There was talk about expansion of 165th from Moonlight.
167th Street?
Was it 167th or 106th? From Moonlight to Celebration Park. The widening of the road, yeah, from 2-lane to go. I know we talked. You said that was
The only
being
one
looked
that
into.
the only one that I'm aware of is the 167th Street West. When I go, and I'm not good with the streets, so I'm gonna have to.
Let me double check. Let me just check my map here, because you could be right.
Where we.
I thought it was just center
Yes,
right now.
167th. So yeah, sorry, 165th. Yeah, so 160. So that's from Moonlight to is it?
I think it's
Posted-
center.
Isn't it just center right
I
now?
think it's just
I just-
center right now.
Whatever street's right out of here north.
That's center. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're not looking at expanding past center to Celebration Park or anything, because there's a lot of houses going up by the.
I think the long range plan has that expansion drawn up, or they're laying that out, but it's my understanding, or the way I understand the project, it's just that first section right
Okay,
now.
right now, because I know that there's a lot of stuff going in at Waverly, and there's that new neighborhood. They're building houses like gangbusters over there right now. They're putting in 2-3 houses a month almost. It seems like. So the traffic is gonna be big on that road here soon.
Yeah.
But just one, yeah.
Nope, that's fine.
Any other questions? Okay, and I will note that I directly skipped over the public comment, but there's no one from the public here, so sorry about missing that procedure. All right, so we went through that, no questions. All right, I guess we will move for adjournment. Can I get a motion?
I motion to adjourn.
Do I have
I'll
a second?
second.
Oh, thank you. All right, so I have a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting. Motion by Edward, second by Plon. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.